Alright, this is your crush program, Love Angles on Click Naija Internet Radio. Yes, on this program, we sing no heartbreak songs. Yeah, we are all here for the positive vibes. Yeah, once again, the program is Love Angles on Click Naija Internet Radio, where we get to examine different issues that concerns romantic relationships, and we talk about how to make them work better. Perhaps you're having issues or turbulences now in your relationship. Well, seriously, you can just bring it here and we could talk about it. I could even treat it as a topic in one of our, on one of our episodes or even editions. And of course, maybe you can just get maybe one or two advices from people. Who knows? It could come in handy. All right, my name is Jennifer Ogo on the program. Yes, as we talk about, of course, the issue right there on your caption, on the caption of this post, what we appreciate most is your stance on whatever issues, different strokes for different folks. Yeah, so what might work for you might not necessarily work for someone else. But if you just take a stance and maybe you might get one or two supporters to really back up your point, it might go a long way in, achieving our aim for the program. Yes, and most of all, that's what makes the program really fun and interactive. Yes, in case you just joined us for the first time, the program is Love Angles, where we talk about romantic issues. Yes, troubles are inevitable in life. As much as there are issues in life, there are also issues in relationship, and working to solve those issues make you an extraordinary human being, and of course a superhuman being. So the question for today is actually quite, we're just having fun. As much as we're having fun, we just want to know the truth right now. Did I mention is World Heart Day? So today is actually World Heart Day. And because of this, I took the time out to, I just want to know the condition of your heart. Like right now, how is your heart? Are you in love? Are you searching? Is it broken? Or it's going round and round. When I mean Tony on your own, I mean as a Nigerian, you should know what Tony on your own means. Like there are people who ask what's your relationship status and they tell you complicated. Yeah, that's synonymous to Tony on your own. So what's your heart right now? What's the condition of your heart right now? How is your heart? Are you in love? I want to hear you're in love. I even want to hear that you're searching, hoping that you will find the one. Is it broken? Or are you confused? Or is it complicated? Or is it turning on your own? Let us know right there in the comment box. Once again, my name is Jennifer Ogo. And the topic is right there, like I said, on the caption. So what makes this most exciting, of course, is the fact that, like I told you, today is World Heart Day. Yeah. So did you know that the average heart is the size of a fist in an adult? So when you just clench your fingers like this, just know that this is actually the size of your heart. Yes, so that's one fact that you should know. And of course, the average heart, like yeah, is the size of a human face. And also, laughing is good for your heart. Yes, it reduces stress and gives a boost to your immune system. Yeah, when you're stressed, you get wrinkles, like your face get wrinkled. You just give your heart like unnecessary issues because you're stressed. So do what, guys? Laugh more and worry less. Yes. So your heart affects every part of your body. That also means that your diet, your lifestyle, of course, your emotional well-being can affect your heart. All right. So if you're fond of exercising, which is really good for the heart, and you have anxiety issues, it's not balanced. All right. So your lifestyle is important. Your diet is important. I mean, don't take too much cholesterol, and of course, your emotional well-being is important also for your heart. We have a lot of mental illness, like everywhere. It's becoming very common, especially now that we have the internet. A lot of people are just really putting out their emotions and trying to see how they can advocate for mental health issues. And of course, being emotionally well is very vital for your heart, your emotional health, and of course your physical health. Yeah, we have our first comment on the program, Simon. So happy to see you. Like, I've not seen you Love and Goals for like, I don't know. But I'm so happy to see you guys. Simon, I mean. So if you're just watching us, Simon is one of the most Committed fan now for this program himself and Patience Patricia. I've missed her so much. Please kindly tag her, Simon, and let's get in here. So Simon is saying my heart safe. I understand. It's actually none of the above. Now, wow, really? Me self no understand. My heart is alive though. Yeah, the heart is one of the most vital organs in the body. So you that you're not understanding, that means you're in a group of Turnioniown now. I mean, when you can't even understand the condition of your heart right now in terms of relationship, it's like I don't even know. So it's all right, Simon. Thank you so much for joining us today. I've sincerely missed you like from the bottom of my heart, and it's so good to see you. I would want to have um Patricia with us on the program for today. Yes, so keep the phone going. Let's keep it interactive by making your comment right there in the comment box on the issue for today. Like I mentioned, today is World Heart Day. Like I never knew that. All right, Chuka Patricia, get in here. Let's know the condition of your heart. How is your heart? Where is your heart? All right. Are you in love? Are you searching? Is it broken? I don't want to hear anybody saying their heart is broken. I don't like to hear bad news. On this program, really it's time for us to start getting hitched. Like, seriously, the single guys and the single ladies right here, let's just come together and, make something happen. We want to put a ring to it. All right, so I just don't want to be doing all this talking in vain. I'm advising you and making you, I'm not a love doctor, like, to be set. I'm not a certified love doctor, but I just tell you what I feel is right, and of course what I know is right based on facts and of course research. But let's just put all this talking into practice by getting into a relationship and getting hitched with someone. All right, let me get serious now. Yeah, so the question is right there in the caption. Once again, let us know, are you in love? Are you searching? Is your heart broken? Sorry, or is it turning on your own? Are you confused? Is it complicated? What's happening in your love life? Let us know right there in the comment box. Now, in light of this, I chose to talk about signs of an unhappy relationship that could make you feel stuck. Like that's the worst feeling. It's not like it's even turning on you, like the fact for real, but you can't just do anything about it because of what's happening around you. It can be so heart wrenching. So relationships, you know, could be complicated, and of course sometimes are complicated. But when you're unhappy, it can be difficult to tell what's causing it and what needs to change because you're going back and forth. Okay, you love this person, but the reality is he or she is not good to you. What do you do? Do you wait or do you go about searching for someone else? So it can be so confusing sometimes. So I'm actually going to be giving you some signs of an unhappy relationship, and of course happiness is the goal. If you're unhappy, just opt out. All right, so sometimes it's as easy as opening up to your partner about your problem. Sometimes you have to go as far as that, but other times it may be necessary to switch partners or even roll solo. Like I told you, just mind your business, like seriously, instead of entertaining all the troubles. So when you're going through this phase, it can be difficult to tell if you're unhappy in the relationship or you're just unhappy, generally. You don't even know if it's life just throwing shades at you or is your partner just not being understanding and just trying to be a pain, in your neck. At this point, you're just confused. And of course, the truth is you're happy, but you don't know what to do about it. Or maybe you think it's you. Sometimes we just blame ourselves for things that are not necessarily our fault. So these are some signs you should definitely look out for if you're unhappy in your relationship. Number one is you're depressed about your home life. So no matter what you do in life, you're going to have good times and of course bad times. So your relationship is no different. However, no matter what you're going through at home, you have to feel comfortable in your own home. So if you constantly dread going home because your partner is there is a problem. I mean, the time should never even be enough. I keep telling myself when love happens, I'm like, 24 hours is not enough. I want to have forever with you. Stuff like this. That's what happens. But when you're depressed and you just miss your heart, I beg, I want to go home. I beg, I don't tire for this kind of wahala. Every time I'm with him, like there is one issue or another, or with her, there is an issue. Do you know hash out? It can be like it can drain your spirit, and you just feel like going home. It's really a bad sign. It means that you're unhappy in that relationship. Like I said, 24 hours shouldn't even be enough. Like you just want to spend morning, night with this person, with your partner. All right. So when that yearning to be alone becomes an insatiable obsession, like you're just so obsessed with being alone over the course of probably months, years, it's time to realize that there is no exception here. You are unhappy in that relationship, and you need to look into the mirror and tell yourself what the truth is, and tell yourself what you deserve in that relationship. Is it that you break out of that relationship or you keep going? Whichever. Once you are depressed about your home life, like you just want to go back home and you just don't want to spend more time with this person, it means that the relationship is heading for the cracks. So that is one sign. Number two sign of being unhappy in a relationship is if you aren't comfortable being yourself. Ugh, I hate this. So remember all those things you discovered about yourself when you first met, when you both first got together, the way your partner made you feel when you met, that made you fall in love with him or her in the first place. If they don't make you feel that way anymore, it's not the end of the world. Trust me. If your partner makes you feel uncomfortable about being you, then you know they are dragging you down. It is not healthy in any kind of relationship. So it's up to you to decide how to handle that. So if you need to be comfortable with who you are, this means being comfortable in your own skin, with the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you look, the way you breathe, being yourself generally, and just feeling unique about yourself. If the person who supposedly loves you now doesn't make you feel good about yourself, know that you can do better. All right. And of course, there are other people in the world that appreciate you for who you are, like regardless of your physical features, how you behave. Of course, you should behave in the right way now. I'm not saying, having some bad habits, it's permissible now in a relationship. I mean, there are some things that you should not do well in a relationship. But when your partner is beginning to like put boundaries and limits to what you do, friends you should keep, and some really obsessive attitude that you should do away with, it's a red flag there, and you should definitely decide on what to do. More comments now from Simon, and he's saying it's actually great to be in love. Of course, that's what we want on the program. That's the best option in the equation, though. But sometimes it's hard either ways. Yeah, it's hard. But Simon, I'm actually going to be saying this from my own perspective. Like personally, I feel the mind goes a long way in terms of searching for who we want to love and what we want in a relationship, because at the end of the day you need to like really find yourself and know who you deserve. Trust me, that person is out there, but you can't be traveling to London now, for instance, when you're supposed to be going to America. Like it won't work. At some point you might get lost and definitely you won't even find what you want. But if you set your mind to the kind of person you want, now when I'm talking about the kind of person, both physically and of course internally, then trust me, you are going to get someone close to that kind of person you want. It might not be 100%, but at least 70-80% is not a bad idea. So once you do a lot of working now in the mind, like if you work on your mind as to who you want to spend the rest of your life with or who you want to be in a relationship with, trust me, mind attracts a lot of things. Yeah, so that's one thing you should know. The mind is actually powerful, and once you just keep being optimistic about what you really want in life, to definitely come to you. All right, I'm definitely keeping you hopeful right there, because if you search for love, love will find you, like Celine Dion often says in her songs. All right, the program is still Love Angles right here on Click Naija Internet Radio, where we look at different paradigms of love coming in from different places and angles, love angles. Yes, and we try to hash it out right now on the program, right here on the program. And for this episode, we want to know how the condition of your heart right now. How is your heart right now? Like I said earlier in the program, today is World Heart Day. So what's the condition of your heart? I mean, when we talk about love angles and relationship, we're talking about your emotions. Yeah. So I'm not talking about your heart like health wise, like your relationship, your love life. How is your heart? Are you in love? Are you searching? Is it broken? Or It's complicated, like it's turning on you. Let us know right there in the caption. Sorry, in the comment box. And I'm stating some signs of an unhappy relationship that could probably make you feel stuck in that relationship. The first one I said is if you're depressed about your home life and you aren't comfortable being yourself. Number three is you can't stop snooping. Yes, there goes the trust issues again. It's very common in a relationship, but it only takes the jagabans to really know who you are dating and, of course, trust your partner like so well and know that he or she might, I'm saying, because never, I've learned to never say never in life, might not cheat on you, and giving that relationship your trust. So mutual trust is necessary in any relationship. The only way to get that trust is with respect. Yeah, so you need to actually respect your partner's privacy. There was something I actually learned from this ex-housemate, anyway, Bam Bam and Teddy A. Yeah, so they actually, on one interview like that, they actually came out to say that they don't snoop around each other's phones, which is good. Like, I don't think I've ever heard, well, I don't hope to hear any cheating scandals or even cheating, rumors about those two, because I really love, the way they started and where they're at now in terms of their relationship and marriage. It's something to really emulate. So snooping means that you don't trust your partner, and of course you might be unhappy in that relationship. So sometimes it's okay to have doubts, but it's perfectly normal to look into anything that looks weird sometimes. But keep in mind that if you find yourself constantly snooping and questioning everything and all things that your partner do, then there's clearly some trust issues and the relationship is likely to end. So sometimes our instinct really registers some kind of thoughts now in our minds as to if our partner is cheating or not. When that happens, just ignore it. All right, just don't. Sometimes don't get ruled over by what your mind tells you, because sometimes it could be telling you some lies. But if there've been like a cheating issue probably in that relationship, and you're suspecting that this is a recurrent habit that won't stop, and your partner does this without remorse, then you might just need to call your partner to order and really talk about this issue and tell him or her that you're not finding it comfortable and you're not finding the game funny in that relationship, and decide to know if you're going to stay in or break out of that relationship. Number four is you're afraid of commitment. Yeah, so this is a sign of, if you're unhappy in that relationship. So if you've been dating longer than a year, things have actually changed. Like, it's very rare to really date someone for 2, 3, 4, 5 years and still be in that relationship without looking at the future. Not everybody have that kind of patience. Of course, if there is like a mutual agreement about probably you want to pursue your education or your career whatsoever, and you've agreed to give yourself some space now before marriage, that's okay. But in most cases, if you're dating longer than a year and you aren't engaged, sometimes it's never going to happen. So commitment is very important in any kind of relationship. People will come up with a million ways to describe why they can't be committed. There is no money, this, that, 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 that. Those are excuses. Now, no matter who you are, if you like it, if you like the person you're with, you definitely put a ring to it. All right, put a ring on it, I mean. So find an engagement ring and stick a gemstone. Okay, this is from actually the researcher. Yeah, so just basically get an engagement ring and just jump the broom, and of course set a wedding date and go for it. Commitment is not something you should be afraid of. Remember, a relationship is a work in progress, and love of course grows. It's not something that like I said, I don't believe in love at first sight. I think there was a day I was discussing that topic. I talked about that issue, love at first sight. Like, do you believe in love at first sight? I personally don't believe in love at first sight. I believe love grows, and of course, the more you get to know each other, the more you fall in love with that person. Number five is you imagine a happier life without this person. It can be so heartbreaking. So, if you're going if all you do is imagine a happier life without your partner, is a sign that you don't enjoy being with your partner and you are in a wrong relationship. You're unhappy and you need to get out. Your partner should be included in your dreams. There's nothing wrong with wanting a future with someone. Try to remember what you dreamed of before you got heartbroken by the realities of life, love, and pursuit of human success. Remember when you would crush on that cute kid in the class? I mean, we didn't have a childhood crush. Seriously, you might have been so stone hearted. Like seriously, if you didn't have maybe someone in your primary school or a neighbor, a guy or girl next door that you probably had a little crush on, that's where it all begins. Well, you would secretly imagine marrying him or her or going on an adventure. That's the way life should be. Yeah. So if you're not at least imagining adventures together, future plans, then why be in that relationship? Seriously, you should definitely be looking at the future with the person you are in a relationship with. Number six is you resent rather than you love. And the more you see this person, you just feel like hitting him or her. It's definitely a bad idea, but when you resent your partner rather than love, then there is a problem. When a relationship starts to crumble, you begin to resent your partner for all the things you once loved about him or her, all the sacrifices he made, all the things he said to you, and how he lied and how he never meant them. All those things begin to they begin to seem like lies to you. Like, I mean, you said this, you said you were never going to leave me, you said I meant the world to you, blah blah blah, and now the table has turned, and it's like all she meant or all he meant were all lies and deceit. Sometimes it's very very resentful. Of course, you can from just love to just move over to hate. A thin line between love and hate there. So when you've reached this point, your partner is definitely on the list of being one of the most resentful people here on earth. So, from your partner's perspective, your unhappiness with them is picked up as bashing them for being who they are. So, if you're both unhappy in a relationship, it's better if it ends as quickly as possible. Yes, where it doesn't get to, physical altercations. Yeah. So if you start feeling that way, it means that you're probably not in love with him or her anymore. Now, final sign now of an unhappy person in a relationship is when you begin to chase past feelings. Now, it's okay to reminisce about the past sometimes, but if all you do is wish things were like they used to be, it's a sign that you are not, on the right path in that relationship. You're unhappy, and at the very best, you need to have an open dialogue about it. This isn't necessarily so this isn't necessarily a sign that relationship should end, but it's definitely there is definitely a need for like a spark in that relationship when you're thinking about things, how things used to be, how you both really used to love each other, how the calls used to come in often, and you couldn't wake up without hearing his voice, you couldn't sleep without hearing her voice, and all the things you could do together. Weekends, you go out for picnics, either you go out for picnics or you go to watch a movie, or really spend time together. And the more that relationship progresses, the lesser some of all those activities, happens. It can be really sad to experience that kind of a thing. So, well, the bottom line is everyone needs to put in an effort in any form of relationship. Love is not enough. Though love is important, but it's not enough. You need to make deliberate efforts to make sure that that relationship works. You need to put in the work. So when you talk to your partner candidly about what it is you're looking for. You never know what they will react, how they react. So the risk alone is worth it, good or bad. The earlier you know, I mean, the better. So you know if you're going to get out of that relationship or not. But it's important to reflect and save your relationship. Like I told you, happy relationships takes both patience and effort. So if you're feeling stuck in your current relationship, it's time to reflect about it with your partner. You could make it work. It's not like it's not workable. It could be workable, but if it's just taking so much of your energy, you might need to like call it quits, especially when you're not being yourself anymore. You're not even achieving the goals you set out like so many years ago. It means that that relationship is not meant for you, and you both do not complement each other. Don't ignore these signs of an unhappy relationship, of course, because as they will slowly go worse and harm both of you and your partner in the long term. If there is something you don't like that your partner is doing, You need to put it out straight, like no need to pretend, no need to. Patricia just joined in. Hey girl, good to see you. Good to hear from you. Good to read your comments on the program. Just when I was about wrapping up, Chuka Patricia is another committed fan now of this program, and she's saying my heart is alive and healthy. Of course. I mean, it's so good to see you, Chukwuka Patricia, regardless of what your comment is saying. But the option is right there. Oh. In love, searching, broken. No, I don't want to hear broken. Or turning on your own. It's all right. It's all right. Today is World Heart Day, and it's good to know that your heart is alive and healthy. And of course, there are people that are in the hospital, you know, receiving oxygen, and of course, you don't have a healthy body, but you do, and it's enough to just give all glory to God. Well, thank you so much, Ruka Patricia. It's so good to have you on the program. Just when I was about saying goodbye. All right, thank you so much for all those who viewed. We sincerely appreciate your comment. In case you viewed us and you've not commented, please make your comment right there in the comment box. Yes, Love Angles comes your way every Wednesday right here on Click Naija Internet Radio. We are on all social media handles. On Instagram, we're at Click Naija, and our YouTube channel is at Click Naija. Yeah, so on our Facebook timeline, we have like picture posts and of course some things that might just not make you keep yourself updated with all of our videos. But once you go on YouTube, they are just strictly videos, and of course you can go there and watch all of our programs and keep up. We have beautiful programs that comes your way every day, every week, every month, and every year. Once again, my name is Jennifer your heart now. In love, searching, broken, or Tony on your own. Thank you so much for watching once again. You know the drill. Hit the like button, make your comment. Of course, keep watching. Tomorrow I'll be here for Voyage. Yeah, we'll be traveling through the world. And our website is www.click9chat.net in case you want to listen to any genre of music. Like you can just listen to us via MixLR now. The website is www.click9chat.net. All right, see you some other time and bye bye.